sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Good Feeling One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Back on the road. More videos while I'm shooting moves. It's hot. Had to yard work, wash my ass. Nah, back out here, man. We out here. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Y'all know what it is, man. We're gonna talk some basketball. I got a couple basketball videos coming up, and I got a football video coming up. I don't know what order I'm gonna drop them. As I'm cruising, I'm gonna do them 3. But it's probably gonna be the longest one I do. All right, and talking about Marcus Morris against the LeBron Mafia, man, and Rich Paul. All right, I heard this maybe a few days ago. You know how you see a headline and you be like, all right. They say he turned down a 3-year deal worth $41 million from the Clippers. Okay, and now people putting a conspiracy brother hat on, and I'm gonna put mine on. Okay, Rich Paul is connected to LeBron James. They cool. I think he met him at the airport, or he was looking for a particular jersey. Some shit. I think that's him, or it could be Maverick. That was the story about Rich Paul. But you know, Clutch Sports is an agency, and LeBron basically helped Rich Paul get on, and it's one of his closest boys. And I'm all for Black Power. I'm all for player innovation. Like, the NFL really could use a brother like LeBron James, you know, in there, man, for real, because LeBron has really changed the game. LeBron has been an innovator in a way Michael Jordan wasn't. He made it the NBA, like, hands down, one of the best player leagues in America. Real talk. And so I'm gonna say that before I even give my opinion on it, because I'm gonna be pro LeBron in any innovation things he doing in the NBA, right or wrong. You know, getting the players their money, the 1-and-1 deals, holding the franchise hostage. For many years, they held the players hostage. So you just look at the NFL, and you know I'm pro LeBron and all his off the court moves. I'm not a big LeBron fan on the court. You know, I ain't got a problem with him. I just ain't. I think he a bit overrated in this PPR statistical era. But like I said, I didn't like Jordan either. You know, but I respect both of them. But a lot of people basically saying that, you know, and Marcus Morris ended up firing Rich Paul. Okay, this is how the story went, from my knowledge. He had a deal. I don't know what it was, but he had a deal on the floor for the Spurs. It was a 2-year, $20 million deal. All right. Then he supposedly had a better deal from the Knicks after he had handshake agreement with the Spurs, because former Clipper, former Piston, former Laker Reggie Bullock, I'm a Piston fan, so I know that, he had an injury, so they restructured, they redid his handshake agreement deal because he wasn't physically going to be able to live up to the contract. So it created more space for Marcus Morris to get more money. So he turned down a 2-year deal from the Spurs for a 1-year deal worth $15 million after they was able to get that money from Reggie Bullock. After, I guess, he went through his physical, so he agreed to take a 1-year deal, $15 million from the Knicks. Now they saying that Rich Paul advised the Morris twin, Marcus Morris, the other one, Marquise, he signed with the Pistons. I was happy about that signing. If you want to hear my Detroit sports thoughts and Detroit news thoughts, check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talk. But this Morris twin, the one that played for Boston last year, he said that the other one, Marcus, also played for the Pistons. We traded in Boston. That was a dumb trade, but that's here nor there. But all of a sudden, they saying that he had a deal from the table from the Clippers, 3 years, $41 million, and he was offered. And Rich Paul advised him to turn that deal down because they didn't want Marcus Morris going to the Clippers to be competition for LeBron. So LeBron, they saying that this is alleged. This is people saying online that LeBron, you know, the impact he got with the Lakers, he didn't want the Clippers to get no more better. So he advised Rich Paul. To tell Marcus Morris to turn down a 3-year, $41 million deal. Now they saying that, you know, he turned it down in hindsight, that, you know, now he didn't get that money on the market no more. This could be, I think that could have been one of his first offers. from the Clippers. You never know. Maybe they don't have enough money, or they got to redo the deal for Paul George, or maybe they don't bring back Patrick Beverley. So you really don't know. But so this one the deal. So I guess he thought he was gonna get more money, but per year, the Knicks deal was more than I think the 3-year, $41 million offer, because that rounds off about what, 13.5 per season. He got 15 to play for the Knicks, and next free agent could be weaker, where he might get 15 again for 3 years from somebody else, and that'd be $45 million. So it wasn't perhaps the worst deal, because he ended up making more in 1 year, and if he played good with the Knicks, somebody might pay him 15 over 3. The Knicks might retain him for 15 over 3, or he might get 20 million next year for a year or 2 years. So obviously financially, he don't have a 3-year security from the Clippers, but he make more money per year with the Knicks deal. So he ended up making more money the first year. He ended up making about what, I don't know, 1.5 more million. So he made more money, and I think California got one of the highest state taxes. So people don't look at it from that aspect, but they looking at it from the drama. Now that he fired him, people are saying he fired Rich Paul, Marcus Morris. People are saying now he fired him because he turned down. It ain't like it was a 3-year deal for $60 million that he turned down. He ended up signing for 10 or 15 from the Spurs or from the Knicks. He's still getting more per year than that 3-year Clipper deal. So at the end of the day, he ended up firing him. He never came out and said why. Don't know if he gonna sue him. I doubt if he can sue him over that. But at the end of the day, you trusted your agent, and they've been trying to smear Rich Paul like other agents. They try to smear their name and to get a leg up. It's a real sleazy deal as a sports agent. It's real sleazy, man. So me personally, trying to get over this dude got a little Volkswagen Beetle. They not gonna let me over. Please, white lady, please. But all of a sudden they don't. All of a sudden, people trying to say he fired him, he advised him. Now they gonna try to kind of put this on LeBron or try to smear Rich Paul. See, LeBron didn't want Marcus Morris going to the Clippers because he too big of a threat, and they gonna try to make it seem like that. For me, Marcus Morris ain't that even that big of a difference for LeBron to go out his way for that. If LeBron feared Marcus Morris that bad because he didn't want him on the Clippers to have him turn down a deal like that, well, he must be weak, because Marcus Morris, he good, but it ain't like Kyrie going over to the Clippers or Kawhi, stopping Kawhi going from the Clippers. So I think it's hogwash. I really thought he thought he can get Marcus Morris a better deal. But if they was trying to keep, the Clippers from not being competitive with the Lakers and trying to really keep them at bay, then it is what it is, because that's before they even know, I guess, before they even knew Kawhi was coming or Paul George was coming. So he thought, Marcus Morris was going to have an impact of Kawhi or Paul George or Kyrie or Durant in a couple years because of the injury. Part of me, I ain't buying that. To be honest, I ain't buying that shit. I really think Rich Paul thought he can get a better deal, and he ended up getting a better deal per year. He got $15 million. Now, if they offered him 3 years, $15 million, he turned out, then it's a different thing. So it wasn't completely bad, but what made it bad is Morris firing him, because Morris probably really wanted to go to the Clippers, and maybe he felt that way. Like, you know what? He didn't want me to go to the Clippers to compete with LeBron. He didn't want me to be the LeBron stopper. He might be stroking his ego that way, but for me, I just ain't buying it. That's just how I feel about the situation. But if they fear Marcus Morris going to the Clippers that bad, being a difference maker, maybe they had insider knowledge because maybe they figured that Kawhi was always gonna go to the Clippers anyway, and that's been the talk for a couple years. I heard before they won a championship that's where he was going. So maybe that's how they feeling about the situation. Me personally, I think it's a non-talk. It's just something to smear LeBron and Rich Paul and other agents starting that out on the internet, probably on burner accounts. And for me, I ain't really tripping about it. I don't think it's a non-negotiable. If they fear Marcus Morris going to the Clippers, even knowing or not knowing if Kawhi was going to go there, he was going to be a difference maker, then they should have got that motherfucker on the Lakers. If he going to make that bigger, he ain't going to make that big a difference. not by itself. But with Kawhi and Paul George, he is a little difference maker, but power to him. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. I'll link an article in the description from Yahoo so y'all can read that. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Box. Get you 18% off their all 100% all natural products. Check them out. Website, promo code, description. One time for the one time. We gone.